Hey guys, Cassandra Foster again. I wanted to stop by and share with you guys why I started the Love the Skin You're In campaign for BGDP. Um, what happened was, it was during the time of the protests last year in 2020. School had started and I took a social media course. I just wanted to do better at growing and branding my business, but I never expected to find out what I found out during this time period. Like I said, I took a social media course, and um, I learned that we tend to do the same things every time there is a tragedy in our community. We start a social movement, we get involved with that social movement, we protest around that social movement, we start businesses around that social movement, and then we ricochet and kind of grassroots grow it through social media around the country, including several other countries. Then over time we begin to disband those groups, we discredit them, we tear them down, we establish new leadership based on who is put in front of us. That could be entertainers or same stuff you're seeing. It's the same stuff I learned in class. So I guess what I'm saying is all the things that we did, they are watching it and putting it in a book so that they can study it each year and teach the next generation about these same traditional cycles that have been passed down generation after generation. Okay? So as you can imagine, you have to do something to stay grounded and rooted during this time so that you can stay focused. Okay? And so I'd also taken an African history studies course at the same time. And so we were learning about the self-identity of the Zulu people. Okay? The word tribe is an American term, for lack of saying the European term. But it's a term put on people, and that word was not used. Okay? So the Zulu group were able to maintain their self-identity. So I looked at that and I thought to myself, what can I do to maintain my focus, my personal grounding while I'm going through this? Because anger, the Bible says be angry and sin not. Anger can cause you to act out in so many different ways. You could go off, your head get to rolling, you get to snapping them fingers and talking to people in your kind of way. I don't think that's the goal of any of us, to be trying to detract or to deter someone away from us by the way we're coming across. So I had to do something to pull myself back in, guys. Okay? So that's why I started the Love the Skin You're In campaign. I'm sorry. I had to start with me in mind. Love the skin you're in, okay? Because I didn't choose it. It chose me. Your parents get together, you don't even ask to get to be born here, okay? It just happens, and you have to live with it, okay? So I had to find a way to focus and stay rooted. Love the skin you are in, okay? There's something else I want to share about that, okay? Now that we know that we're being studied and watched, and social media is so that people can know your network, not so that you can network, okay? Now that we know that, how do we move forward? Like, you can't revolutionize and the enemy knows what you're doing. That's not smart, okay? So I was asking this question, and what I thought about was, Jesus was born during a time, he was born during a time when his kingdom, or his region, was ruled by the Greeks and the Romans, okay? So when he comes on the scene and it's time to start his ministry, they still had some of their cultural practices in place, because That's during the time when things were beginning to be Hellenized, okay? So you come in, you capture a country, and then instead of taking it fully over, you allow them to keep their same traditions and beliefs so that they will begin to join up with you versus trying to always fight to, become separate again, okay? All right, so when Jesus comes on the scene, he is dealing with his people, and they are already conquered by someone. So when he comes on and his ministry starts, he does not start talking directly. He speaks in parables. Okay? So he's talking to his people in parables when he starts, and he says, to them who has an ear, let them hear. Okay? I don't know. It's just wisdom at this point. How you can't be out here posting up what you're buying and everybody can see what you're buying. It doesn't make them go, I wonder why they're purchasing all that ammunition. Okay? Yeah, it don't make them ask them type of questions. Okay? So it's just be good wisdom. Okay? Remember that. All right. I love you guys. Pay attention. One of the things I thought about during the parable was golf. And not that I play golf, but I have played it on the Wii, okay? So I'm aware of a hole-in-one, a birdie, and a par. And I kind of broke down parables in that fashion, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to start with something. Love the skin you're in, okay? Self-identity. Then you come in with a birdie, or then you come in with a par able, okay? All right. Love you guys. I hope that makes sense. I'm in Kentucky, and I think that's what inspired this conversation, because I'm in Louisville. I haven't been here for a while. It's probably been like 5 years. I'm here visiting family. I had the opportunity to just hop in a car with a cousin and ride down. So, it's nice to be able to do that when you got a large family. So I think that is what really just sparked my conversation. You guys see over my shoulder, you see that icon there? Icon Apartments. I just thought that would be dope in the background. Ain't nothing spectacular. I'm sitting outside some apartment buildings early in the morning, and I'm trying to get my walk in, so I would show you guys around, but it's not spectacular. I'm just sitting on the side of the road for real. Okay, but I just wanted to get on there and share that with you. All right, guys, until next time, take care of yourselves. Love the skin you're in. Maintain your balance and your identity. All right. I love you guys. Bye.